in the area of power. How you use power, the little power that you have. So he said, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. In other words, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest thou at any time dash thy foot against a stone. And Jesus said, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. In other words, use your powers. The power you have over your house help. God is watching that one to see. Because that house help, the way you deal with that help, right, it shows how you can handle human beings who are also made in the image of God. Yeah. And how you handle people and the little authority and power that you have. And Jesus had power to throw himself down. And there was a, use it and use your power. To sack somebody who should not be sacked. To remove somebody whom you don't like. Just because of your whims and fancies. And you will be tested to see how you use the little powers that you have in your life. Because that will now show whether you are safe. In medicine, they are trying to say the doctor is a safe person to release into the system. Yeah. Small power that you have over the finances that you are counting will be watched. And that small power that you have to take offerings, you are able to take some from the basket, take an envelope, take a pound, take $1, take something that you have control. You know how much money I control, technically speaking. If I'm capable of stealing £1, at this time of my life and ministry, I can steal thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Can you imagine? I've been tempted and tested with tithe. There was a time I used to earn £20, and my tithe was £2, and my bus pass was £8.20 or something. But I was left with enough money to eat for 6 days. And the rest was for transport. The pass. You buy once and then you can travel. You can move. I remember those days, that period. Maybe there was a 40 something in it. I paid my tithes always. I had no shoes. When the pastor announced it's time for us to wear jackets, I never took my money. He said everybody should wear it. What do I mean by jacket? Is there somebody wearing? Suit. Put it on. Put it on. Let me show them. The pastor said, from now, my pastor, Michael Bassett, he said, from now, anybody who's come to play instrument now, come and let me show them. This is what. Button it up. First, top 2. You just button the top 2, okay? Don't button the last one. That's how to be a gentleman. Now, the pastor said from next week, or he gave a date, everybody must wear one of this to come and play instruments. And I didn't have. But I still didn't take my tithes to go and get it. I've met pastors who take their tithes to give birth, to pay hospital bills, to pay rent, to pay debts that they owe. And we are looking for anointing. The small tithe when you were under pressure, look how you took it to use this. Can you imagine what I would do if I'm under pressure? Say, I'm also under pressure now. I need this and I need this and I need that. Can you imagine what I can take and what I will take? That's why God doesn't give. Sometimes we'll be searching for anointing and see that it comes to the small power that God has given to you. And God just watches you. Throw yourself down and cast and see if you use power to fly. Let's see whether you use your power to fly, to demonstrate some things. How will you use it? How will you misuse it? Give you small ability to sing. See whether you sing in disco or sing for the world or sing with worldly music. Or give you ability to play. See whether you use it to do session, to play, to do mixing for worldly music, and to work in studios with unbelievers, sing with unbelievers, play unbeliever music. The small musical power that you have, look at what you use it for. The small ability that you have. Because music is an ability. Oh. If you don't know how to do it, you can't do it. You can say, you can't say it. You cannot say. You stand here and you see that you are a fool. But the small ability, most of the instrumentals, that's how they are. They like worldly music. They use their talent for the worldly. They mix it up, the world and the devil and Christian. And mostly they love worldly Christian worldly and worldly music. That's the reality. Musicians are supposed to be pastors. They're supposed to be Levites. So the pastor said, where? From, and I was playing the drums and the piano. There was a lady who used to sing. I played the piano for her. I forget the songs I used. I used to play the grand piano in the church. I sit alone there, the girl sings and I play and she sings. You may not know. I play and she sings. And then I played drums when there are other people. I played drums. I was the chief drummer. They thought I was a professional drummer. Small power that I have, I never took it to the world. I liked worldly music when I was in the world. When I got saved, I look and say, all these are Satan. Even if the music is nice, I don't like it. Sometimes I'm shocked at what people use their tithes for. Small dollar that God gave you, you have redirected it. Small one. You say you want what? You want to be established, strengthened. Your horn will be exalted. Your enemies will die before a tithe-stealing person. Enemies should die in front of you. When people hate you, they should be plagued. A stealer of tithes and church money. Somebody who steals tithes and church money, people should die when they hate you. Why should they die? They won't die. They will become stronger. You don't know what you are talking about. You say you want anointing. Thank you. And then I didn't have shoes. My shoes had opened. And I was under pressure. I tell you, to eat, to drink, to eat, to survive. I had no shoes. And the shoe was, I'm telling you, it's not a joke. People laugh when I talk about it. I was struggling. I moved the shoe from here to here was open. And it was like a pa, like an alligator mouth. But I didn't mind. I said, no problem. I bring it to church. All that I do when I walk on the road, I just move my leg. Yeah. I don't care. But my problem was when I get to the stage. So when I got to the stage, I just, is there something that you are saying? And then I'll be moving my leg up slowly. And then before I realize I'm on the stage. And I just be moving like that. Tithe, I should take 2 pounds. 2 pounds. Please, no. I paid my tithes. Always. Small power that you have over somebody in your life, you are a terrorist. Nobody can stay with you peacefully. To you, everybody is bad and everybody is Satan. You can't stand them. And then when God's children are trying to come up, you can't stand them. You can't stand them at all. You just wipe out people who should be allowed to make some mistakes and flow in the system. One day they will be great. You can't stand anybody. You can't stand different people. You punish people by not giving them food. So you will not eat. And wickedness and a wicked looking face. Your face is like a small face that you have. The power, the small face you have, look at how you have made it frightening. When people see, they are scared. Then what about when you are up there? You should be strengthened with that face. Strengthened, and your hand should be established, and your horn should be exalted with such a wicked face and wicked mind. God will not do it. All of us have little bits of power in our lives, and we use it one way or the other. God is watching. When you had a small fellowship, how you behave. Small people say, let them go. When there's a soul, let them go. Like I said, thank you to Eugenia today, because she doesn't lose the souls. But there are some people, so let them go. So, oh, there was that guy. Oh, there was this foolish, the guy who was smelling. Smelling. You don't like smelling people, eh? You forget how smelly you are. When you go to the toilet, is it not smelling there? Don't bring yourself. Don't let me get into certain areas this evening. Who is smelling? You don't like smelling people. When Jesus died on the cross for smelling people, now you are greater than smelling people. And you don't want smelling people. And you are higher than fishermen. When Jesus' main members were fishermen. The small power that you have, you just leave the people. When David was leaving his sheep, his brothers asked him, who did you leave those few sheep with? It's even the way you describe the few sheep. It's like they are not important. God sees it important. Before David left, he found a keeper and gave his sheep to them. It was important because I have found my servant. I have found my servant David, and I've anointed him with the keeper of the sheep. I've poured my oil on him. That's the person. I found him and I poured my oil. I'll make him very strong, a kind person, somebody who remembers people who have been kind to him. I will make him very strong, somebody who is kind and merciful. I will make him very strong. When he's very strong, he will use the strength to be kind and forgiving, and he will use it for mercy. When he can send, he will not send people as punishment.